Okay, y'all. I'm here to give my thoughts of chasing LA, honey. And it ain't much to give because, honey, I'm about to break down episode 1, 2, and 3 all within 30 minutes. Now, y'all know Diva is known for normally giving a review about just as long as the damn episode itself, which wouldn't be doggone too hard in this case, considering that they are like a half hour long. Except for this third episode, which was an hour, which is like we was thinking that some of the episodes should be longer, but it's like by the time they gave us an hour, it's like, oh shit, this could have been a half hour episode too. But we're going to get into it first. Let's go into the cast. I had to pull them up on imdb.com to make sure I get everybody. So the first one is the most recognizable, Jeremy Copeland. I instantly recognize that name. He you know how people say they work with Beyonce and really they work, adjacent to Beyonce. Jeremy is actually somebody who's actually worked directly with Beyonce. Beyonce and several of the other A-listers. So he's the most established on the show. Then you got Andre Hammonds. You got Jayla. I think Jayla's the light-skinned trans woman, if I'm not mistaken. Everybody else don't have an image beside their name on the IMDb website. Only Jeremy is the one that got a verified photo. Then you got Damon Hopkins, Hershey LaCour. I know that's the dark-skinned drag queen on the show. Alicia Love. I want to say Alicia's the darker-skinned trans woman on the show, if I'm not mistaken. Marquand Nesbitt, King Payne, and Francisco Resto, the one that y'all said looked like darn Bobby Lights before Bobby got all the surgery and shit. Y'all fucked up for that one, honey. But honey, damn sure ain't no Kardashian by no means, honey. And that's both a compliment and a darn read, because it ain't nothing good about looking like a darn Kardashian, honey, with a triple K. Although you ain't no prize, your damn self, Francisco. Just saying. But we start out with this first episode. It was I'm going to go ahead and just say it got to the end and they was throwing out darn contradictory insults. Like the one was calling the other person Missy Elliott, which I took a personal offense. Y'all know Missy Elliott is my top favorite art. Y'all know it's Beyonce and Missy Elliott. Those are my top two. So I took offense about old boy referring to the other one as Missy Elliott. It's like, okay, Missy Elliott is legendary. Missy Elliott is the futuristic darn artist that is ahead of everybody in the rap game. Missy Elliott is one of the most phenomenal writers of all time. She has written for Beyonce numerous times. She has written for Toni Braxton. She's written for Tamar. She's written for Monica. She's written for Aaliyah. The list goes on and on and on. She's written for Kelly Rowland, Fantasia, honey. Missy Elliott's pen game is something impressive. So it's like, to be compared to somebody like Missy is a huge compliment. And Missy Elliott is not ugly by no means. So I was trying to figure out where was you going at with this. Like, even if the darn outfit was given darn I can't stand the rain, honey, he's giving more so T-Pain bootleg great value version tees. So I didn't understand with trying to say that he looks like Missy Elliott just because of the clothes. It's like, okay, he don't give me Missy at all. And once again, Missy is nothing to be used as an insult. Then he throws out that old boy looks like Akon. Once again, another person who is not necessarily attractive universally, but ain't ugly by no means. Is phenomenal, has been doing awesome things over in Africa. So I was like, these reeds are darn not only as dry as stale bread, 3-week-old stale bread, but darn it's like the reeds don't make sense because the reeds are more so complimentary than insultive. And then it's like, it got to the point where somebody else's gender identity got called into question because I guess somebody on the panel is gender non-conforming. Okay. The girl asked about, what was the gender pronouns that Dress You As did, because the person did present more so as he. When it comes to gender non-conforming people, that is something that you should tell somebody, because if you're somebody that's more on the masculine or feminine aesthetic, somebody's going to either address you as she or he. It's like nobody knows to address you as they, them, or theirs unless you specifically, tell them that you're gender non-conforming. So it's like I didn't understand why that particular person, I didn't feel why they felt insulted by that, because prior to, from what we are seeing, nobody did not notice that. Nobody was not informed prior to that your pronouns are them, their, and theirs. But now that they know, they can darn gonna address you as them, their, and theirs. But you can't darn gonna expect somebody to naturally know that off the rip. So I didn't understand why that person was upset. So that's basically the first episode. Then we go into the second episode. It's a continuation of the damn fight, honey. Also, they go to, let me see. There's a conversation between bootlegged darn gone. And here's another thing. The light skin, at one time, the light skin girl, the trans girls was going at it. And here's where the other contradiction comes in. The light-skinned trans woman addressed the other one as Patrick Star. And then once again, I'm like, what is with these damn insults involving people who are actually phenomenal? You got Missy Elliott. You got darn T-Pain. I mean, not T-Pain. You got Missy Elliott. You got Akon. And now you dressing the dark-skinned trans woman talking about your Patrick Star shaped bitch. And the bitch don't look nothing like darn Patrick Star. I'm like, what type of misnomer shit is this? And then the gag is, I was like, girl, the other trans woman wasn't thinking, because if she was quick on her darn whip with the darn reed, she could have been like, bitch, you look more like Patrick than I do. Now, once again, Patrick Star is not ugly. Patrick Star is not. See, y'all keep comparing slightly average looking people to darn butt ugly people. Like, it would have been one thing if you said a bitch looked like Flavor Flav. It would have been one thing if you said a bitch looked like motherfucker Shanae or some shit. But y'all are comparing people who look darn decently beautiful. Patrick Star is a big bitch, but Patrick is not ugly. Patrick is actually darn came out with his own line of foundations just shortly after having the makeup remover rights and the remover spray go viral. I think he's already sold well over $10 million worth of product. And it's only been like a month. So, honey, Patrick Star is somebody to motherfucking aspire to. And quiet as it kept, while y'all using Patrick Star as a motherfucking insult, Patrick Star is worth more than all you motherfuckers combined, including the darn head producer of this shit, who used to be on Chasing Atlanta. I'm now hearing that Q is the one that is orchestrating this bullshit. And it is, I'm sad to say, girl, you might need to take your ass back to the 800, because this ain't it. If this is what you giving us within the first 2 episodes, and this is where the trajectory of the show is going, honey, you can keep this shit, child. And just when I didn't think it could get worse, we about to darn gonna go into reviewing episode 3 in a moment. But yeah, episode 2, we have the girl who actually is more reminiscent of darn Patrick Star as far as shape and whatnot, because it's like, girl, you're more of the shape of Patrick than the other girl is. Like, the other girl reminds me of Kendra from Chasing Atlanta. Girl, I look at you, you do look like what Patrick would be if Patrick was a she, if Patrick was transgender girl. So it's like, and that's not a bad thing, because Patrick Star ain't necessarily ugly, but Patrick Star isn't exceptionally beautiful either. But girl, that could have been a read turned back on you. But like I said, all y'all are darn for y'all to be girl. But see, this must be a LA thing. Is this what y'all give over there in the LA? Because honey, this is not what we give in the South. I swear, but some of them say they from the South. I can't tell. One of y'all supposed to be from Nashville, Tennessee, and I was like, really? With these darn tired reads? with these darn on insults that it just don't make any sense, contradicting misnomers and shit left and right. I mean, first the darn on dark-skinned trans one being called Patrick Star, then the other one being called Akon as an insult, then the Missy Elliott insult. Then we got darn on T-Pain having a conversation with the darn on light-skinned darn on trans girl. I think her name is Jayla. And then we had Hershey perform Drag in the Park. He did pretty decent. He was alright. He wasn't no darn going, he wasn't my Latrice Royale. He wasn't darn going, Widow Von Du. He wasn't, who else I go up for? You got Widow Von Du. You got Heidi in Closet. Manila Lazone. He wasn't giving that type of tea, but he did pretty good. What else? Let me see if I can get some more information on this episode. They went to a pole dancing class. Okay. That wraps up episode 2. Then we go into episode 3. In episode 3, I don't see a summary on episode 3, unfortunately. But what I remember from episode 3 is I kept falling asleep. I was like, this is a damn shame. I'm literally darn on falling asleep at 8 something at night, going on 9, because they gave a whole hour. And then it got so boring to the point where the commercials were more funnier. And matter of fact, the comment section at one point was more funnier than the show. I darn kept looking at the darn people's comments. I said, well, shit, this is a damn shame. The comment section is more bumping than the damn darn the episode, child. People's critiques of the shit was more darn funny than the darn episode. Whoever was the darn lighter brown skin guy, plus size, y'all put it down in the comment section. He had this darn body butter line, right? Body scrub or something. And he had these hot, succulent, darn sexy, muscular guys. And this is where sex appeal marketing, which has been around for the longest. But it's like, there's a downside to using sex marketing. It's like, you have the guys focus on, you have too many people focus on the guy and they get distracted and not actually focus on the product at hand. And it's like, when you're actually trying to, promote an actual body-based product, and it's not, promoting that you can look like this. It's not like you're trying to promote a supplement or a vitamin. So I don't really understand trying to get these muscular guys. And then this is the problem with the gay community. The gay community is very bad with going into hyping up this trade persona. Now, they was a good piece of caramel and chocolate candy, but it's like, honey, that's what people was focusing on. They was focusing on the abs. They was focusing on the candy downstairs as opposed to the product. They wasn't, you got this dim ass lighting, and this is the marketer in me coming out. As a person who went to school for marketing, this is where I woke up a little bit and started taking mental notes, because it's like, this is irritating. It's like you ain't got no proper lighting. You ain't got the product, close enough where people can actually even see what the product is. We're playing a guessing game. What is the damn product? Somebody said shit, they just rubbing Vaseline on the damn cells, child. Because we didn't know whether it was a scrub, a body bomb. Because once again, I'm in and out. They probably did describe what it was, but I didn't hear it. And then it's like, once again, just miss the damn mark. Get some variety of folks in there. Stop playing into this hyper masculine promotion of that everybody got to have an 8-pack, 10-pack, 12-pack to showcase a product, especially with y'all two pleasantly plump doggone princesses, honey. It's like, honey, it would have been doggone nice and refreshing if y'all would have did like Rihanna. Hell, Rihanna is the doggone queen of the sex symbol, and even she doggone gives variety with doggone Savage Fenty, honey. She has the plus size men, she has the muscular men, she has the pretty boys, she has the heterosexual masculine men, she has the metro men, the metrosexuals. She has the plus size women, the dark skin, the buck tooth, the light skin, the average light skin, the average dark skin. She got everybody. And that's where the queens need to be doing as well. It's like, honey, it probably would have been more interesting if one of y'all two motherfuckers would have doggone rubbed them doggone love handles and shit with the dark. Let's see what it's gonna look like on somebody who ain't scoped it, bitch. Yeah, that's nice that you doggone got this little body butter or rubbed up on somebody who can emphasize. But honey, let's see, let's see some variety. Let's see a doggone queen up there. Let's see an old trans girl rubbing her body down. Let's see an old pleasantly plump motherfucker rub his body down. Let's see an old in-between stocky butch queen rub his body down. Like, come on for the variety. I swear, doggone, sometimes we doggone LGBT folks be our own worst enemies, honey. And then y'all always wonder why nobody don't want to show you in representation. Hell, when y'all get into a position of power, y'all keep the narrative going. Here you is, could have doggone hired a variety of different sizes, and I'm seeing nothing but doggone scope the eye candy, which is pleasing to the eye, but doggone bad for the product, because ain't nobody in the comment section can tell you what the damn product is. And then here comes the damn commercials, which are more hilarious than the damn show, honey. Especially the placement. Honey, how about they had this commercial, right? We seen this commercial with the dating and all this. And then came the commercial with the product again. I said, this is the product that we seen earlier. And we seeing all these sexy guys, right? Now, why they do this girl like this? Now, every week we been seeing this bitch. No shade to her. They been promoting this girl's YouTube channel, Miss Chocolate, honey. And people always have some shit to say about Miss Chocolate. Another average looking sister. She ain't no darn gonna looker, but goddamn it, none of these folks are ugly. But honey, they darn gonna read a Miss Chocolate in the comment section. I said, now what y'all ain't gonna do is darn gonna do this now. Everybody got to start from humble beginnings. And it's not too often that a bitch with less than 100,000 subscribers can pop up on a darn gonna mention. So this is a huge step up for us, honey. So shout out to Miss darn gonna Miss Chocolate. Because I'm assuming her subscriber count is less than 100,000. That's just my assumption. Especially based on the quality and shit. I'm assuming so. But honey, I get your promotion in. Now, I would say step the doggone, the game up and shit a little bit. But why y'all put that bitch right after the doggone sexy doggone guy? Honey, I don't know why I bust out laughing for about 5 fucking minutes. We seeing the guys doggone stripping and y'all know DivaWuan don't got no, I'm working a little bit on my figure, but we seeing the guys stripping and doing all this, that, and the third. And then next thing we know, we see old Miss Chocolate, honey. I said, oh my goodness. I don't know why. They were shady as fuck. The way that placement was, honey, I know I wasn't the only one laughing. I laughed my ass off about 5 minutes. And no shade to Miss Chocolate. I swear the next week when I see her YouTube channel, I'm going to go ahead and check out Miss Chocolate and see what she's actually darn gonna providing over there for the girls, honey. But honey, that shit was darn gone some type of fun to me. And this is no offense to Miss Chocolate, but honey, your ass was more entertaining than the whole episode of darn gone chasing darn gone LA. And that's a damn shame. And I mean, this was like the motherfucking Super Bowl. I don't care for the football, but I watched the Super Bowl, or used to watch it, because I still ain't watched it in the past couple years. The last halftime show I watched was J-Lo and darn on Shakira. And I was so fucking disappointed because it's like these two deserved a half-hour set. Y'all got these two darn on the epitome of the most successful Latinas to ever do it. Each one of them really deserved like 15 minutes by their damn selves. And I thought it was a disrespect. Jay-Z, what the fuck was you doing? It's like, I'm not even Latina, and I felt, insulted by the Latina community. Because it's like, people saying, oh, they should have just had J-Lo, they should have just had Shakira. Really, they could have had both. I wasn't upset that they had two instead of one. But it's like, it should have been a half-hour set for them. The Latinas deserve to represent. Both of them together have a combined of like 40-some years worth of work. Why did you didn't sit down to just for? I know that's the standard, but honey, we could darn gonna break standards at this point in the game. Some things are meant to change. Just like Jay-Z, you dropped the ball, and then y'all went from that to I didn't see Justin Timberlake shit. I still ain't seen that shit today. I ain't seen darn going The Weeknd. And they say he done botched his face up looking like the masked character or some shit. I ain't see, or looking like the sexy version of darn gone Squidward when Squidward had the fillers and the cheekbones and all that. I ain't seen that shit either. Lady Gaga, in my opinion, hell, even her shit wasn't really bumping like it was supposed to, honey. I thought Lady Gaga could have did better with hers. Honey, darn on Beyonce was really the darn on best one in 2016. And the gag is, it wasn't even her darn on night. It was darn on Old Boy from Coldplay. I was like, ain't this about a bitch, honey? They ain't really found nobody yet. I mean, we had Beyonce in 2013. Then Katy Perry was the last good one, I want to say. And then, Beyonce was the last artist, period, that we seen that came back and did something darn gone real good. But outside of that, But this was like what this show was giving me, honey. It was giving me, It was some good moments in here and there. But it's like ultimately about 15% good, 85% y'all can keep this shit. And like I said, the fact that I'm able to darn gone wrap all of this up within a half hour, 2 hours worth of darn gone, Chasing LA, where normally I used to darn gone give an hour commentary on a 45-minute episode of Chasing Atlanta. Honey, this is a huge letdown. And then it's like the conversation with the two boys getting their makeup done. I'm like, now here's where the esthetician in me is coming in. I'm like, now, bitch, why is we darn gone focusing 15 minutes on the lips? And this bitch was not doing nothing spectacular. Like, the time that she was taking on these lips, I just knew she was about to do a whole sickening darn on number. You know how people be doing all the designs with the lips? Like, okay, you put this black matte lip on, and then you go towards the inner corner with some purple, and then you darn gonna put a little bit of glitter right here, and then you put a gloss all over. Like, I'm not even an esthetician that does makeup. I'm more so of a medical esthetician. I focus on the skin as opposed to, painting the face. But even I could darn gone did better than that. Now, I don't do shit on me. I'm like Kim Kimball. I can darn gone work wonders on everybody else, and then I look like a basic bitch my damn self, honey. Hell, half the time I don't even have the lips right on mine because I don't wear lipstick like that. But if I'm working on somebody else, honey, best believe, bitch, I'm going to darn gone work some magic on you, honey. I would have did a lot better than what that bitch was doing. Spending 15 minutes. I'm like, why in the hell is the motherfucker eating the darn on lip gloss off? You need to tell the motherfucker to stop talking then. Like, I'm trying to figure out why in the world you spending about 10, 15, and we seen all that in real time. I was like, now, some of this shit should have been sped the fuck up. Why was darn on like 15, 20 minutes of the damn show alone? Was these two motherfuckers darn on talking in the darn on thing. And I think they was talking about an important message over calls or whatnot. But it was like I was so distracted with that damn lip gloss that was not popping by no means, honey. This bitch putting on 50 shades of darn on translucent pink. It's not like you was darn on actually putting some opaqueness to the lips. It was just giving more glossities. And it's like, bitch, only one motherfucker can jump from this franchise and give us this type of gloss and pull it off. And that's motherfucking Oliver Twist, honey. This shit with you was not darn on it. It was, the lip gloss was not popping, honey. You could have kept all 500 layers of that bullshit. Like I said, the time that she took darn on focusing on them damn lips, honey, you could have darn on did a more strategic artwork with that shit, honey. But y'all not those types of queens, honey. Y'all more so in the butch category, which darn on, it was like y'all could have darn on. I mean, well, the other one's a little bit more fit. He had an eyeshadow and all that, but the other one was real basic. It's like, girl, you could have darn on just slapped on some no makeup, darn on blend in, darn on put a little bit of light and high shadow, just no more than 2 shades lighter than your skin tone. Contour a little bit around the edges. Slap on some gloss. That should not take no more than 15 minutes for the whole entire face. From primer to darn going foundation, eyeshadow, contour, lips. That should have been 15 minutes altogether for somebody like him. Now, old dude with the darn on eyes and whatnot, I can understand him taking a little bit longer. But you, 15 minutes and we just seen you darn on lip. Oh my, just throw the whole show away. That was my darn on thoughts of all 3 episodes. Basic, boring, and just downright pitiful. The BBP, honey. And it ain't, I mean, if it was a back pedal and a pussy pop, that would have been more exciting than darn on this shit, honey. But it's like, oh, well, speaking of BP and BP, you know, shout out to James Caldwell. One girl did call herself backpedaling and pussy popping, and that was the darn going light skin trans to the dark skin trans, the Jayla to the other girl, honey. Like I said, as time go on, if this keeps my interest, I will learn their names. But right now, this shit is still stale as fuck. Old girl was darn going. Then called herself apologizing in a way, and she said she checked the other girls because she felt like nobody should be misjudging this, that, and the third. But still, you darn gonna called her drunk and all this, that, and the third. And that's what I got from that. Okay. What are y'all thoughts? Are y'all even watching this? I guess I'll learn soon enough based off of the comments and the views. But honey, if this shit keeps going on like this, don't expect me to come back with an episode 4 or... Child, look like the way they going, I think they might only have a 6 episode season. I don't even think this shit is even worth 8 or 10 episodes. But we'll see on episode 4, y'all. Anyways, y'all leave y'all thoughts down below. Feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see y'all soon with more videos.